1, 2, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. Welcome to the Talking Shrimp podcast yet again, everybody of Earth. I am Joel, and I'm joined here by...
My name is Mitchell Lewin.
Yes, it is. It is my colleague Mitchell, and
Hello.
he is absolutely enthralled. He is absolutely buzzing to tell you all about his recent experience at Neighbourhood Festival.
I am, or you are.
I don't know, I'm trying to, get everyone pumped for it. It's festival season. It's summer.
It's the start of festival season,
Yeah.
isn't it now? We've had it. We've had Neighbourhood. That means Neighbourhood Weekender. And what was the other one, the big one that happened?
BBC One's Big Weekender.
That one. That's happened now. So now you need to get ready for all the other ones. Reading,
Glastonbury.
Glasgow,
Glasgow, lad.
Oh.
Yeah, that was good, that. Oh, that was
NSYNC.
lovely. In Sync. And we did not see NSYNC. In fact, we saw Dizzy Rascal. But we shall tell you all about that now.
Dizzy Rascal.
So we went to Neighbourhood. It's a festival in Warrington. I'm sure you guys know. You'll have heard about that. You definitely heard about BBC One's Big Weekender. But we went to the other one. The cheaper one.
The most cheaper one. Definitely cheaper.
It was really good.
How much do you reckon Big Weekender was?
I don't think it was actually far off, to be fair.
Oh, really?
I think it was about
Okay.
80 quid a day, 90 quid a day.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which is
fair
probably about the same as what we paid.
Why didn't we go to that?
Because it was announced after and we already had tickets for Neighbourhood.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah.
That
we
makes sense.
could have. And my colleague here, he booked a lovely hotel, a swanky hotel.
Mate, I always do, mate. I
Yeah.
treat you. I fine wine and dine you to the best
Fully.
and the highest of
Well, not just that, though.
quality of hotels.
You've took our relationship to the next level in booking a family room, haven't you?
Yeah, okay. So what I do is, Joel's the ideas man. I make things happen. Joel was like, we should go to Neighbourhood again this year. It's doing it. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. First, before we even buy tickets, let me see if we can get a hotel. Because you can't camp at this
Yeah,
festival.
it's a non-camping. Okay, yeah, establish that. It's a
Yeah.
non-camping. 2 days
So,
non-camping.
First thing I do, booking.com. I'm a genius gold 3.0
Booking. Yeah.
member or something like that. Booking. Yeah. And scour around and I find some hotels.
Mhm.
This was a while ago, by the way. This was probably about, I don't know when it would
8
have been.
months, 9
July,
months.
not last year, maybe?
No, it was
No?
before that. It was after that. I think it was announced. Was it September? It was announced. I'm pretty sure tickets were on sale. Maybe October, November.
Mate, literally, before
So-
tickets were on sale, the car park was booked and the hotel was booked.
Yeah. Yes, it was because we had tickets to a gig of one of the artists at Neighbourhood, and we sold them to go to see them at Neighbourhood.
Yeah.
And that was prior. So that was
that we
about
did.
October. Yeah. Okay.
That we did. Anyway,
Yes.
fine wine and dine you, mate, all the way. I took you to the prestigious...
Get ready for it.
If you haven't seen our YouTube video already, it's not really a spoiler, but you should go watch that anyway.
Go see it in depth.
I took Joel to a family room in
One.
Gulliver's Travel World.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yes.
Right, can I just make a reference point as well? When I booked it,
Yeah.
didn't realise it was the hotel for Gulliver's Travels World.
Even
Even
though
though
are
it
you
was called...
dead serious about it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because the
I
minute
just
you
thought-
sent me that, I thought, oh yeah, there's Gulliver's Travels like somewhere in Manchester. I presumed it was just there.
Yeah, no. It's in Warrington. Gulliver's World's in Warrington. Didn't realise
Yeah.
that. I just thought it was a hotel called the Gulliver's Hotel, which is
Yeah.
what it was called.
It
which-
literally is called
I
that, but
didn't
it's on
really-
site of that. And
Yeah, I
to be-
didn't
I
really
think there's
look.
one photo, but it's not on the obvious. You know, there's like 5 on Booking.com.
Yeah.
Unless you go into deep detail.
Yeah,
There wasn't that
Exactly.
one that showed it in that one.
exactly.
In those 5. But yeah, he booked it. I'm pretty. Was it 50 quid each a night?
Yeah, it was £202 for
That's
both of
not
us. I
bad, you know.
think. So
That's not bad. But
for
yeah,
2
you-
nights for both
You
of
booked
us.
it. Would you like to? Should we go from the get go? Should we go in chronological order? That will obviously involve us staying at the hotel.
We can try our best.
Yes.
You'll have to do the heavy lifting here because my
Yes.
memory doesn't serve me that well.
No, it serves you. Well, we established it serves you when prompted.
Yes.
So I shall try and prompt
you do the majority of the
Okay.
lifting. I'll just jump in with the odd comment.
Bearing in mind, audience, this was last week, so my colleague may be on the dementia side of life right now.
Yes.
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 Anyway, so we went on Saturday. I picked Mitch up and we went to Neighbourhood. We drove all the way from Shrewsbury and we left the glorious sights of Shrewsbury in the overcast sort of weather.
Yeah, it was.
We went up to Warrington and we parked at the normal spot that I'm not going to say because it's our spot. All right?
Yeah,
it's
it
our
is.
spot.
We don't want other people parking there.
Exactly. So yeah, we parked there.
It's on your parking space.
It isn't.
It's
Yeah,
not far
I
from
mean, like
Warrington.
everything is. But yeah, so we walked from there to the festival. Took about 15, 20 minutes, something like that. Quite
Yeah,
a
it's
quick
like
walk.
a 20-minute walk.
Yeah, it's not bad. Went in. Did not get a wristband.
Woke, mate. Woke,
Audience.
Woke nonsense.
Utter
why,
woke
Why is
bollocks.
there not... Right. If you go to a festival this year, let us know. I'm probably
Yeah,
not going to
please
go to another
do,
one.
actually.
If you
Yeah.
go to another one, let us know.
Yep.
But if you end up going to like Reading or Why
Glastonbury,
Not or
anything.
something like that,
Yeah.
and you don't get a wristband, please let us know, because we've found out this year
That's not a thing
neighbourhoods
anymore,
aren't
is
doing it.
No, I think it's
So-
ridiculous, to be honest.
Stupid, mate.
Yeah, and
Although
it made
I will say, Live at Leeds was the same weekend as Neighbourhood, and they had wristbands.
ridiculous, utter woke nonsense, as you
So-
said. But anyway, yeah. So we got there. We went in
Cost-cutting
fine, not
measures.
a problem. The drug dog didn't get us. It was fine. So we walked through.
Had no
and-
reason to. Can I just mind the ad there?
Well, I don't know about you, but yeah, for me, no.
I
agree.
stuffed it right up my bum.
Oh,
So it was never going to
no.
find her.
Goodness me, no. He's just on about his power bank, which he didn't take because he had to use mine. Anyway, we went in and we went to go have a look at the merch. Have a look at. I think the first thing we did actually was have a look at the little tent, and then we had a look at some of the food places. Which, to be fair, we'll go in detail, but we did well. We did well with food.
We did
We
alright,
don't
yeah.
usually do well with food at festivals. We usually wait and go to Mackey's after, but we did well, and I'm proud about that.
We're
Out of
old
everything.
now, mate. That's what we got to
We
realize.
need
We're
it.
old.
The
We
roughage.
need feeding. We need the energy
Like
to
a
get us
baby
through the
bird.
day. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, not specifically like a baby bird.
No, we didn't do that.
I let you eat your own food.
Yeah. But yeah, so we did that. I'm pretty sure we went to go see a few little bands and stuff, and the weather was like on the verge of raining a lot of the time the first day, and it rained a little bit. But the first day, however, should we just say the highlight right now? May as well get it in there because it's going to be a photo. If you haven't seen
it is a photo, and it's the photo of the YouTube video.
Yep. We met him.
This person
We met him.
is in the thumbnail, and if you
Him.
don't know who he is, and you've seen our YouTube video, I'm like, what? Who is this guy?
Who are we talking about? Go watch the YouTube channel.
Over to you.
It is the absolute god that is famous for attending basically every single international game England have in every major tournament of recent times, who is totally unnamed but face
Do you know what?
everywhere. Okay,
I'm gonna try and
his
find
face
his
is
name.
everywhere. We met him, just bumped into him. I think after the snuts, asked for a photo. He said, "Yeah, no worries, just going for a wee." Came back, had a photo with us. Absolutely, that's the best. That was the highlight of the festival, right? We could stop here because it's that good. That's the celebrity we met. We did meet someone else, but that was the one. All right. What are the chances? What are genuinely the chances of that happening at Neighbourhood of all places?
I mean, we don't know where he's from, so it could
Yeah,
be.
but he
He
should
might
have
be
been-
from Warrington, so
True, he should have been on Radio 1's Big Weekender, and he should have been right at the
on the
front
main stage doing karaoke.
with Fender. Exactly. That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't know how he does it. He gets front row at every England game, and it's that person basically.
I'm
Whoever
sorry.
he is.
Please continue. I'm going to try and see if I can find him just by rudimentarily searching
There you go.
random
You will.
things.
I have faith in you. He will. He'll find it in a minute. But yeah, so we met him. And might I say as well, we bumped into a few people, like not that we know, obviously, but you know, just nice chaps, whatever. Northern people are so much better than Southern. I'm saying it now. Northern people, lovely. It's like literally bread and butter. Like
Chalk and
it's
cheese,
not a
mate.
problem. It's not a problem. Anything,
Yeah.
all right. So yeah, we ended up having. I think the first day we had chicken with some salad and some chips, and that was 12 quid. And with a Pepsi, it was 14.50 or something like that. Not bad, all right? Not bad. I would personally rate, I don't know about my colleague, he's still looking, but I would personally rate that meal at a festival a solid 7.5 out of 10. Would you?
What's this?
The meal. The chicken.
The first meal
You had
we
a different chicken, but still.
I asked for a Korean barbecue,
And you got sweet chili?
and I
was
got
it?
some like sweet chili one covered in peppers, and it was absolutely spicy as hell.
Yeah.
So I would have rated that one pretty low because the guy didn't really know what he was doing,
Yeah, true.
and
That
I
was
didn't.
good, though.
I didn't think it was that good. It was okay. It was fine. I mean, for a festival, to spend less than like 15 quid and
on
get a
all
full
that and
meal,
drink, yeah.
it was fine. It was okay. It's not
It
the
was
worst
fine.
I've had, not the best I've had.
You'd probably spend about the same at Spoons or something, really. Like, for the
Yeah,
amount of stuff,
yeah.
you just obviously don't have a plate. But, yeah, so we did that. Went to go see... it was the first day. I can't remember who the first day was. The Wombats? I think the Wombats,
What,
James
do
was
you want
the
a
first
list
day.
of? Shall I read
We
out
can,
the
yeah,
people?
let's go off the first
that we
day and
saw?
rate all the
The
people as
first
well.
band we saw, I didn't find the guy's name, by the
Arcala?
way. I found no. The first band we saw was the B Mounts, the B Monts, a
Oh,
local
yeah.
Warrington band who recently commented on our TikTok that we posted
Yeah.
about. Well, not them
Sound
specifically.
a little
but-
bit like Foo Fighters, in a way.
Yeah, they were just sort of like a dad rock
Yeah,
band.
they were okay.
They were sounding good. They,
Yeah.
you know, they were pretty
Like,
good.
a lot of
to be fair, they were
fans
fine.
there for like a small band on a small
Yeah,
stage.
and
Like,
sort of like I don't. Were they open? They weren't the openers, were they? We got there a bit late, didn't we?
Yeah,
they
I
were like
think-
second. I think.
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They were okay. And then did we go to the main stage after that?
Then we went. Hold on.
I
Sorry,
think.
I'm
I think we did
referring
go
to
to the main
notes.
stage.
We went to
Here we go.
the tent, the second
Oh,
stage.
okay, yeah, I know.
Can you remember who we saw?
Kingfisher.
We saw Kingfisher. Should
Yeah.
we be rating these? Or?
You can do, yeah.
So the B mounts we give a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I think that's fair. They're okay.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Kingfisher we give 7 out of 10.
Yeah, really good. We didn't watch a lot of them. We don't know any of them, but
I want
coming.
to get into it more. So.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Royston Club is then who we watched on the main stage.
Yeah, I was happy with them. They're always good.
7.5 out of 10.
Apart from they're from Wrexham.
Yeah, apart from the singer who's from Shrewsbury.
Hey, that's a plug.
Arcala were the band we watched next.
Little band,
6.5.
Yeah, pretty good.
Then we watched Amy McDonald, supporting from Scotland. We give her a 6.5.
Yes, yeah, because everyone only knows one song.
Yes,
but yeah.
and so did we. We caught the end song. We watched a few of the other ones, but that was the main one.
Yeah,
Then we watched the Snuts, who we give an 8 out of 10.
pretty good. Yep, not bad.
Ocean Colour Scene were next.
Yeah, didn't watch. I think we watched one song.
Yeah, they were a bit
a lot.
poopy. I was sort of looking forward to them, and then
Yeah.
there was only one song I know by them, and I looked on like Setlist FM what their setlist have been for the past few gigs. They don't play the one song I knew, so
Yeah.
wasn't that fast. 5 out of 10. The lottery winners was like my shout of the day for the Saturday gig.
Yeah.
I would say they were my favourite artist of Saturday.
Yeah, very good. Really, really like
8.5
entertaining.
out of 10. Very entertaining, very good.
Yeah.
Then the Wombats. I was a bit disappointed by these.
Yeah, I
Gonna
think
be honest.
the crowd wasn't great. They didn't sound amazing.
No. They just done. They just played
Radio
the Friday
1.
night at
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Big Weekend.
They
Whatever
went
it is.
across to
We
Warrington,
give them a
yeah.
7 out of 10. I think that's a bit high. I think we were just pandering a little bit. But
Yeah, I mean they're always like they played good songs. Like they've got good songs. They're fine.
yeah,
You know.
the K's we watched after
Underrated,
that,
really
which,
good.
Which you really liked them, and I, thinking back, thought they were perfectly average.
I
but
think they're good. I think they got a lot of energy and a lot of like catchy sort of lyrics and stuff. They're good. Up and coming band.
sure.
Good.
I think the audience give them more energy. I felt them on the stage were a bit just stood there.
Yeah, but so are a few people that we said before.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's the argument, but yeah.
Yep, 7.5 we give them.
Yeah.
Then we watched Overpass, who were
I like
fine.
Overpass. Yeah,
They're
they're
just a
fine.
fine band that we've seen a few times.
Yeah.
A
good little indie
10
band.
out. 10 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, not bad.
And then the highlight of the weekend for most people who are over the age of probably 50,
James.
James.
Yes.
I've seen nothing but slander on his set. And
Yeah.
right. So I've seen like a few people on TikTok say about, it was a good weekend, bit disappointed with James. He was okay.
Yep.
And then there's always people in the comments being like, how can you say this about James? He's amazing.
Yeah. I don't care. It's doesn't matter.
Were you there? Did you see him?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I've not really seen many people post shining lights about him. It was a bit of a boring
Yeah,
setup.
I get the status being a legend, but it doesn't mean anything if like
I gotta be
what
honest,
you just see. Sort of
I
thing.
think more people were at the ratings to watch the ratings.
the ratings
The
were
second
very
10.
good.
I mean, we did the same. We watched about 3 songs of James
then
and
went
thought he
over
was
to the
absolute
ratings.
dog water and left
Yeah.
to go watch the ratings.
Yeah.
Who I'm not like the biggest fan of. I can't really get
It
into
popped
them.
off though.
But live, the fans were going for it, so
Yeah.
it made it more entertaining.
Really
for
good
someone
live band. Yeah.
like me to watch you.
Yeah.
I didn't really know any of their songs. I didn't really know any of James's songs, but at least
They
the
made it.
ratings.
They made it more of an
Exactly,
entertaining
it was
gig.
more of an entertaining gig. It was probably
Yeah.
the most amount of flares I've ever seen at a gig ever.
Yeah, literally.
So,
Yeah.
so
It was
James,
really good though, ratings.
James, we give a 4 out of 10.
Yep.
I think was the lowest rated artist we give all week, by the way.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we
Which
did.
he arguably probably wasn't the worst artist we saw.
No, but
But then I think
like,
he probably was. He was
yeah.
disappointing.
What did
so
we say?
it's-
I said to you after his set, I said like a person whoever headlines a gig, their first song has to kind of just whatever it happens because
You have
there's
to
going
come
be
on and be like a main stage artist.
Yeah.
You have to open up
Yeah,
that
yeah.
stage knowing that every other person on that stage before you has been your opener.
yes, literally you
He-
have to come on with a bang,
Yeah.
and he just didn't.
No, he just literally
At all.
walked on stage and like played some random song that
Yeah.
not that I would have known it anyway.
No,
but it
but
wasn't
even
like
okay,
catchy.
I was
Personally,
going to say,
didn't think it was a
compared to
catchy
like
song.
what we have seen, Kasabian, for example, they come on, the amount of energy and the amount of like,
Yeah.
everyone's just singing a riff.
Yeah.
Their first song, that's it. That's
Yeah.
all that happens. Their first song, it's bounced in its class. I know it's a different sort of band and stuff, but still, like their first song, even if you don't know them, hits.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, we might not be the intended audience. Let's be.
I thought it was very like wet. So
I think we were sort of going with not very high.
I was giving him a
expectations
chance. I wanted to watch most of his set.
Yeah, and then we watched 3 songs and thought,
Yeah.
I can't sit through another hour and
No, and to
an
be
hour
fair,
and 15 minutes. Of
that's the least amount of people I've seen at headliner ever
I
as well.
completely agree as
There
well.
wasn't hardly anyone there.
We were
really.
pretty close to the front, and there was no one stood around us.
No, you had loads of room.
Loads of room. Like we were in front of like the sound guys.
Yeah. Which, like, it was what, about 50 feet from the stage? So
Yeah.
the main sort of
Like
bit
even
where people
every
would
other
stand
artist I think we saw on the main stage
was more full.
there was people closer to us.
Yeah, even like the Royston Club and
Yeah.
stuff was more full.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So I don't know. I think a lot of people left as well.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people. Like we watched what? Like I'm going to admit to this now. Hold on. Let me just say, we give James a 4. We give the Ratons an 8.5 out of 10.
Really, really good.
I think a lot of people left personally.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people. There was like we watched
Just
maybe
'cause
what
of the weather
5 or
and-
6 of the ratings, and then we're like, we'll probably hit the nail on the
Call
head
it a
now and
night.
get back at a decent time.
Yeah.
We were sort of planning ahead for the
Because we hadn't
Sunday.
checked in either, so.
Yeah, we hadn't even checked into the hotel.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was quite a lot of people leaving with us, which I've never seen
Yeah.
that at a gig before.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was like people leaving from
Not
James
for a
or
headliner,
Ratings
mate.
or
Like, yeah.
mental.
I don't know. But yeah, so that was day one. That was day one at Neighbourhood. It
Well, that was
good.
the festival anyway. That wasn't.
Well,
that wasn't the end of day one, was
no,
it?
that was day one at Neighbourhood.
That was day
So,
one
yeah.
at Neighbourhood. Yeah.
So yeah, we walked back to the car. We went to Tesco's.
Oh,
And we got ourselves a
did.
meal deal.
Yeah, we did. We picked up a meal deal at like
Yeah.
11 o'clock.
Yeah, can I just state something, by the way, right? My colleague here, we walk around the fridge aisle, and he said to me, oh, you know what? I could do with some sausage rolls, you know. That's quite a good, like, roughage food. I could do with some sausage rolls. That's not
I
bad.
never said roughage food. You said that. I
Yeah,
would
but
never-
you started the
That's your
conversation with the whole
I
idea with
said,
sausage rolls.
I
You wanted
fancy
sausage
some
rolls.
sausage rolls.
Exactly. So what I said to you after that was, should we have some roughage food? And we went to go see if there's any crisps and stuff. Didn't get any. Came back to the sausage rolls, right? And my colleague said, oh, do you know what? I do, but I'm not having any of them. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I want ones with proper pork in, like proper sausage
I
in.
wanted some decent sausage rolls. I wanted some sausage
Yeah.
rolls that actually had
But
like
do you
a
want to
decent
know,
sausage.
it
in
wasn't just that, though. When we actually looked at the percentages broken down, mate, my mind's blown. By the amount of pig actually in stuff that should be just pig is mental.
Well, yeah, but it's,
Even the good sausage rolls, man.
well, you
Where's
say
the
good.
pig?
You say good. They were like the walls. So we were comparing the walls. There wasn't actually that many nice, decent sausage rolls.
No.
Decent in quotation marks. There was the 90p Tesco's own 8 sausage rolls.
Yeah, which I believe was it 12% pork or 14% pork?
like something very low like that. And then you had the walls ones, which were I mean, they're not-
18, 20,
Yeah, they were 21%. I can't remember.
21%, yeah.
21% pork. But then you are taking in quotation like, is that including the pastry around it? And like,
Nah, that is, mate. That is a pork going in a blender and then put into a
yeah.
pastry.
But then it's probably the same with chicken nuggets from McDonald's and stuff. They can get away with like saying it's 100% chicken because it is literally every part of the chicken in a blender.
Yeah, it's vile. But yeah, so we did that. Went back to the hotel, drove back there, parked up, and we were like, oh, I'm ready for it, right? It's what, 10:30, 11 o'clock by then?
It was gone 11 at this point. It was coming up
Yeah.
to 12. It was maybe like 11:15, quarter to 12.
For about half
something
11,
like that.
yeah. And we walked into the reception, and there was a receptionist. There was a few people in there. There was a lady sitting down, another bloke, and then this bloke in a high vis. And he was a Scouse guy, and he, you know, when people like joke, but you don't know if it's a joke or not.
Just before we say that though, just before you go into what you're going to say, he was stood at the reception,
Yes,
not the bar. He was stood at the reception
yes, the check-in
with
desk.
2
yeah.
pints on the bar.
Yes.
I don't know who the other person was, but there was 2 pints on the bar.
Yeah.
And he was stood, not talking to the receptionist, but just stood in front of the receptionist.
Linger in there.
So we sort of stood behind him,
Yeah, thinking, oh, is he checking?
like he's
or
checking
whatever,
in
you
or
know?
something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, please continue. That's
So
all
no,
I
he's-
wanted to premise
yeah.
with that.
No, he just stood there. Yeah, the Scouse guy, and yeah, you know when someone's like he's joking but not joking, a bit like your granddad would, sort of thing, like old humor in a way, and it's like yeah, that sort of stuff. And he was saying stuff like, "Oh lads, can I have a kip with you tonight? Can I share your hotel room, you sort of thing." And you were
Well,
checking
no,
in
what he
as well,
originally
like
said
at the
was-
same time
Yeah,
as him doing that.
So what he originally said was, "Do you mind swapping your hotel room for my tent?"
Yes,
He was like,
which
"Oh,
like
will you swap I'm not gonna. I can't do it. Wait, give it.
do you mind swapping your hotel room for me tent? Like,
Would you like it? I'm going too
He didn't
high.
do
He
that.
wasn't that high.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically he was like, "Oh, with a Scouse accent, bit jokey. Oh, do you want to swap your tent from?"
yeah, but
like,
he'd like laugh and then like not.
Yeah,
And I'd be
I was
like,
like,
what the
oh yeah,
fuck are you
I'd
going on
love
about,
to
mate?
stay in a tent, like,
Yeah,
sort
like,
of like really over
funny.
the top. Yeah, funny.
Yeah.
And then he like turned to the reception and went, oh yeah, see, like they are going to do it. They are going to do it. Check me in.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so at this point, it shifted because you had to check us in. Yeah, everything was on your phone. You had to check us in, all that stuff. So you went over and did that. He was talking to me and still making all jokes stuff. He asked me, where are we from? And I said, below Chester. Because I'm not lying.
Yeah.
We are below Chester. But I ain't telling him. I ain't got a clue who you are, mate. And anyway, he was like, so it's what have you been doing? Why are you here now? And I was like, I've just been to neighbourhood. True as well.
Yeah.
And he said, do you know what? I can sleep in your car if you want, or something like that. And I was like, no, we got dropped off. Bus just dropped off. Utter lie. But I was like, after my car's been broken into, and you're saying, you're on about sharing, like having a cuddle with me and Mitch in a hotel room.
Do you know what the worst part about that is? I heard that because I'm quite like socially aware. I was really the receptionist was talking to me at this point, telling me like, check-in's 10. Yeah. Sorry,
you were paying more
10.
attention to me.
I was paying more attention to Joel, and at that point, I heard him say, could I stay in your car? And Joel was like, oh no, we haven't got in a car. And the lady at that point said to me, could you write down, if you travel by car today, can you write down your registration on here? And I went, fuck, I don't know what Joel's registration is.
Yeah.
And I just looked at her and I went, I was like, what do I do now? Because I can't turn to Joel and go, mate, what's your registration?
Yeah, exactly. I've just full black lights.
She just like, I was like, I can't remember it. So the lady, she was like, you can write down the make and model if you want. I was like, okay, I'll write. So I wrote down the make and model, and then she sort of took the piece of paper away, and I was like, I don't want just that on there in case like they charge you for the parking or whatever. So I literally turned to Joel and went, mate, I just need you to sign this.
Yeah.
And put the pen above, like pointing at where it says car registration, and I was like, just there. So thought
my car reg went on there, and so by that point we checked in, right? We checked
and it took
in.
You away from that conversation.
Yeah, exactly. And he was being a right like sexist knobhead. I'm gonna say he was being a sexist knobhead to the receptionist.
Yeah.
And this lady just sat down saying like him and his mate are gonna have a threesome and stuff with her and just.
So why did he know our room then?
Oh well, yeah, exactly. But I was just like, his mate was fine. His mate was genuinely just stood
he did
there.
have a mate there.
Yeah, his mate was fine. I didn't have a problem with that. But he was just like not joking as well as joking. It was weird, man.
Yeah. And then like I took the key off her at that point, and we
were ready to go through, and he stood the side of the door where we need to go.
Yeah,
isn't he at the end of the bar?
So we sort of like shuffled past him.
Yeah,
and then like you went first, and then like he turned back to me. He was like, "Oh no," he was gonna like follow me.
So he held the door. He held the door.
So I like turned back and went, "All right, we'll see you tomorrow then."
Yeah.
And he went, "Oh no, I'm coming with you." And I went, "No, you're staying there."
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm only joking. And I went, yeah, so am I. And then just closed the door and walked off.
Yeah. Bear in mind, you're both knackered. Like,
yeah, I didn't want to deal with it. And it wasn't joking. He
wasn't joking.
It'd gone on too far for it to be a joke.
Yeah, we both went to the hotel room after that and we were like, what?
Yeah. We were going to do like a little video in the hotel room when we got back.
Didn't feel like
it just killed our mood and our vibe.
Entirely.
Like, maybe we should, like, I was thinking back afterwards, and that's like what I do. Maybe we shouldn't have pandered to him, like, and give him a bit of a...
Yeah, but I was just being like I wasn't initiating anything, and I was giving him like nothing to go off.
And the thing is, like,
so I literally just said no.
Yeah,
but not no.
And with like him saying, "Oh, it's a joke," he also at one point said, "I've been asking people all night if I can stay in their rooms, and they've all told me no."
Yeah.
Well,
like fuck off, you weirdo.
Like, is that a joke? I don't know. Like, that's not a joke to me. I don't know what's. No, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know.
And the fact, like, you're asking them, and like, I don't have enough money or what? You sat with 2 pints, mate.
And it's a kid's hotel.
Yeah,
just remember that.
Exactly.
It's literally.
Do you know what? That's what made me feel better as well, because in my head, I went, if there's any trouble with him and like receptionist or with us or anything like that, anything at all,
surely
guarantee you there's a panic button or something behind that desk.
Well, hopefully.
No, there would be. There would be some sort of security there. Mate, there's kids in the hotel.
Yeah,
there has to be something.
Sorry, I'm just backtracking. He also said that he knew the people
knew
working
I was
there.
my girlfriends.
Yeah,
like that's what I mean. Like really, like.
And it's funny that they didn't say anything, so maybe they're just used to it happening or something.
Not bad, absolutely not bad. If I could, like, I wouldn't have. I'm not that type of bloke, but I really wish to just fuck off. I'm tired, mate.
Yeah,
just
literally.
Go sit down. We're checking in. Fuck off.
Yeah, like move out the fucking reception and go sit at the bar. You fucking pisshead.
Exactly. Yeah.
Actually, maybe that's a bit harsh. Maybe he wasn't a pisshead.
Nah, tell him to fuck off or go away at least. Yeah, that's fine.
Like imagine how much of a knob he would have been to us if we just went.
Oh, he would have started.
Mate, can you just leave us alone? Like,
I agree.
Like we can't be bothered with this now.
Yeah, exactly.
and he would have been a knobhead to us.
Yeah.
But like we could, like that's what I said to you in the hotel room. We couldn't have won in that situation.
No, we couldn't have because
even like we were trying to nice with him. We played around with the joke a bit, and then he'd taken it too far to the point then where we're talking about it now, and not all night we were talking about it.
No,
but when we got back to the hotel, we were like, "Fuck's sake,
what do we do?" Yeah. Yeah.
And like the next morning, we were sort of like, it was playing on.
Feels weird, yeah. So. But anyway, that was the last of him. But yeah, we checked into the hotel room. Right, okay, let's change the mood, okay. So this isn't what happened. This is what happened the following day. But the first night, checked in, we were like, oh, it's weird or whatever. You walk into the hotel room, on the right is usually a bathroom, correct?
I panicked when we first walked into the hotel room, I'm not going to lie.
It's a family room, okay? So establish that. First thing, you walk in, right, there's a big opening. What's the opening for? I don't know. 2 bunk beds. Sat opposite, like, at a right angle to each other. Chalkboard underneath. TV in each of them. All like a sort of kids
like
one.
A treehouse.
Literally like a treehouse,
decorated like a treehouse.
I went in the top one, Mitch went in the bottom one. We had a good giggle. That's pretty much what happened.
We took pictures as well.
We did. It's on our TikTok as well. So yeah, that happened. That bit, you had the bathroom, obviously, and then I had the dog bed, and Mitch had...
Why do you keep calling it the dog bed?
It was dog bed, mate. It was dog bed, just there. It was on the side, right?
Yeah,
sure. You didn't want to say... Well, you
Can I just say,
I
did say to Joel, he could, we should play a game for
he
the
was
double
actually quite nice. He was like, oh, you've drove, you know...
But you literally did everything, and I just was like, passenger princess the whole way. I got the fucking double bed.
Well, no. You got a double bed on looks.
Oh, yes. But it was only a single.
It
was only a single.
Because there was a massive hole in the bottom right corner.
Yeah. Like, as soon as I rolled over, it was like going down a slide, and then going down to a slide at the bottom as well.
Yeah, it was completely broken.
It was like a 3-patch bed.
Yeah.
It was like a 3-tiered bed.
Weird as well. I not in new hotel. Actually, not in any hotel that I've had in like the past maybe 4 years at least. There was a DVD player.
Oh,
there was a DVD player.
Right. Even weirder, wasn't plugged in.
Well, it was plugged in, but it wasn't.
Yes, it had power.
HDMI plugged in.
Well, it was an old DVD player. It was a SCART cable, I think, or it would have been an AV cable. There you go. It would have been an AV or a SCART cable, and there was none of them there, and I couldn't even find any at the back. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm guessing it's just like they've upgraded the TV at some point and just not taken the DVD player away.
Probably just left it there.
The TV was fucking class.
Oh, it was really good. We watched Clarkson's Farm in it. It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you check it? Did you sign out of it as well?
Yeah, I signed out the Amazon on it. I signed in on my Amazon on it.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the first night as sleep. Oh wait, hang on.
Yeah,
didn't just have a sleep.
I know what you're
Didn't just have a sleep, right? Okay. So imagine
I had a shit night's sleep.
Yeah, and I can tell why. Anyway, so I'm in the dog bed, right? Just about like I'm short, but I couldn't fit. It was so small, Mitch, so selfish. Anyway, so he's asleep, right? Sprawled out like Patrick Star, full starfish on his back, right? Mouth open, really struggling like with his sleep. And he's done that sometimes, and I've been worried sometimes because there's been times where I wanted to go check on him because I can't hear him breathing or anything. So it's okay. I wake up to the sound of this. Okay, so I'm just gonna lie back. Okay, this is what happened. So I'm asleep. I wake up to this. I was like, what? What's this? What?
I swore.
No. Like, I heard an F. I didn't.
Okay.
No. And anyway, so you do that. I was like, what? Is this, what? I looked at my phone. I was like, it's 6 o'clock. Is he up?
Oh, it was 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And
okay.
and then I was like, oh, okay. I closed my eyes again. I was like, this geezer, he's talking.
Yeah, man.
I clocked you, and then you said like a little one, like after. It was like a version or something like that, a little one, right? And I was like, do I roll with this and like ask him something? Like that's all I remember. Like I was like, I think I said, "Are you alright?" or something, like really quietly.
I was pretty lucid dreaming. Like
it was weird, man.
On that night.
Yeah,
I know I had like I didn't sleep well, and I know that I fell asleep, had a dream that I can remember. Someone robbed my wallet, and I was trying to chase after him.
Maybe that's it. Mate.
No, that wasn't that one.
No.
That was the first time I fell asleep. Then I fell asleep, because then I woke up all hot and sweaty and panicked. Then I was like, oh, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Went back to sleep. Know that I had another dream. Then I think I woke up about 4 or 5, and then I fell asleep again till 9.
Yeah, so that
and
one
I was like constantly like
on.
waking up and sort of like turning and turning, like twisting and turning. So that must have been the last dream. And in my head when I woke up was like, I need to remember all of these dreams. And I can't remember that one, and I can't remember the one in the in-between.
No, but mate, it was weird. You have talked in your sleep previous. Like, a couple of times
in the past, when I was a kid, used to talk in my sleep.
Yeah,
I think at one point when I was a kid, I've heard I used to share a bedroom with my brothers.
Yeah.
I think the one time I said grandma's sitting on the windowsill.
Oh, that's creepy, man.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
I've heard you say I don't know, and No. I think those are the two that I can
What, in
remember.
my sleep?
Yeah.
Are you sure I was asleep when you weren't just trying to sniff my feet or something?
What? Like I'm sniffing your feet.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
going like,
don't
no,
know
don't,
about this,
no.
don't know about this. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I've heard. But yeah, so yeah, that happened anyway. Got up, went to the next day. Went to the next neighbour the next day. Parked up, walked to the festival, went in. We went to the tent first, didn't we? We went to the tent first, and went to go watch Alex Spencer.
We did.
First artist, I
Yeah,
believe.
very
Yeah.
good.
Very good, really
Very
good.
good.
Up-and-coming artist.
Very good. So much so, we give him an 8.5.
And met him too.
And met him at a selfie,
Yeah.
and we called him the next Sam Fender to his face.
Apart from he can do a backflip. But yes, that's the difference. But yeah, Alex Spencer. I'm gonna say we stayed in that tent after.
We did.
We did, and we saw Arthur Hill,
We did.
the TikTok sensation, Arthur Hill.
Well, I would say probably saw him YouTube sensation, but sure. I suppose he's TikTok, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's the one who started off by talking to
at
his
the
family
dinner table.
at the dinner table.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
and
never
he
thought
sits
about
there
that.
like he's like, oh, I'm gonna be like, I don't know, Harry Potter.
Voldemort.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we give him a 7.5. Very professional performance.
I liked him. Yeah, really good.
Really good. Then we
Stayed in the
waited
tent?
for... Yeah, stayed in the same tent.
Stayed in the tent.
So we've watched 3 artists now in this tent. We watched all
Yep.
of them, and we waited.
James Marriott.
James Marriott.
James
you
Marriott.
didn't want to stay in and watch him, did you? You were just like...
I'm not
happy to go.
fussed at all. I don't see the hype, and I still don't see the hype because I thought he was pretty shit.
I've listened to his music, and I didn't really like it, but I wanted to give him a chance, hoping that I'd like it, because I like watching like Will and E and stuff.
Yeah, he's very similar.
If you couldn't tell by our
he's in
YouTube channel, some of the video ideas are kind of pretty heavily based off Will and E videos.
Yes,
Hence
yeah, and
the
like thumbnails and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he pops in now. He's on TikTok too, isn't he? That's what kind of way he's come from.
Yeah, and we watched like 2 songs and we're like, leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what I will say is, I've had his one song that we listened to live stuck in my head constantly.
Anymore, like
Yeah.
I don't
Wanna
think
live like this anymore.
Yeah, it's good if he could sing. It's a good
But
song.
it
if he
sort
could
of suits
sing.
his voice.
Yeah, but he can't sing.
No,
I'm sticking with it, mate. He can't sing.
He's very monotone.
Yeah.
It's very one-tonal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do sort of agree. I really wanted to like him.
Yeah, we gave him
I
a go,
just
as
couldn't.
always.
I
But yeah,
just
so what did we give him?
5.
5. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
It's crazy. The 2 Jameses scored the lowest.
it's absolutely fine. Maybe it's the name. Eh?
Maybe it's the name.
Not joking.
Then we walked over to Tom A. Smith and caught a little bit of his set.
Absolutely fine.
Seen him a few times.
Yeah.
He was okay. Not the best. Probably my least favourite time we've seen him, to be honest. But
Yeah, he was just fine.
we give him a 6.5.
Yeah.
Then, what I was at the festival for, other than Wonder Horse,
Hmm.
my
Hang on. Whoa.
we got food in between. Didn't
We got food in between.
Yeah, okay.
Mitch decided to ditch the one chicken side.
Yeah,
I
because
did
it wasn't
not.
that good.
I still got more that time.
Yeah, it definitely looked better the second time. Yeah, the first time we went, let's go back.
It was a bit of a...
I think I had about 5 chips as well in my.
yeah,
in
I
my
don't think you
meal.
had loads.
No.
Yeah.
So I was like, when we were walking around and we saw this other place dish out a load of chips, I was like, oh, they got quite a lot of chips
Yeah.
on that other place.
Because we
that's
saw
selling
that
chicken.
after we had it the first
Yeah.
day, and you were like, oh, I wish we had that.
Yeah. So I went and got them ones. It was fine. It was. I really enjoyed
Yeah.
it, to be fair. Joel went over to the place we went to yesterday.
And there's a photo of mine. Actually, did you take a photo of yours as well?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, you can compare them. But yeah, mine's better.
I mean, probably won't
Mine
post
is
the
better.
pictures.
And it's cheaper. Mine was cheaper.
It was cheaper. You got a drink. I mean, it was the one I went to yesterday, and
Yeah.
we got like 5 chips in it.
Yeah.
Yours literally was
Sticky
all
barbecue.
chips.
It's literally all chips. A little bit of salad and
Yeah.
massive slabs of chicken.
Yeah,
Not bad.
I just got unlucky.
Yeah,
that's all.
so we sat there and then we went. Well, actually, no, we sat there and we listened to. We haven't rated them, but we listened to the Mary
Wallops.
Wallopers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really good actually. I like them.
Yeah, they've been at a few festivals we've been to.
They're
Never
right.
really watched them, but
But yeah, anyway, the
It
big
was
one
good.
for Mitch is.
my hopefully future wife to be
Yeah, there you go. There's the plug.
Sigrid.
The not Swedish but Norwegian.
Yeah, why do you say she?
I don't know. I just always think, oh, Sigrid, IKEA. I don't know why. I
Well,
don't
you're
know
wrong,
why.
and you shouldn't think that because she's from Norway. But yes,
Yeah.
yeah, really good. I really enjoyed Sigrid. It absolutely chucked it down.
Well, it chugged down, but it was really nice.
It was there was people mosh pitting to Sigrid.
Yeah.
There was a mosh
Yeah.
pit. There was a mosh
She
pit to quite a few
was. She
songs.
was good. She wasn't. Like you overhype her.
I do overhype her. I really like her music, and I
Yeah.
didn't really like her performance that much, but I did because I knew quite a lot of the
Yeah,
songs.
she. To be fair, I'll give her credit. She brings a lot of energy. Like more. Her songs. It's similar to the K's, but she brings more energy on stage. But
Yes.
then again, I mean, she's not playing a guitar and stuff. Fair enough.
Yeah,
But she, like in herself, kind of gets stuff going, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
she does get. Stuff
yeah,
going.
I'll go. Oh, Jesus Christ! I told you this is where we have to go. On
She's
these
like my
podcasts,
guilty
isn't
pleasure
it?
music artist. Like,
Yeah,
I just really like her
Yeah.
music, and that's
she's
not,
fine. She's fine.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
But like
She's
everyone
like
has a guilty pleasure.
she's
Yours is
like
like what?
Okay, she's a B-Tech girl Avicii. Bang.
No.
Shout.
No
Absolute
way a shout.
shout.
I'm not having that.
She is.
She sings and Avicii's
She didn't
a
even
DJ.
play High Five.
Avicii's a DJ.
He's
Oh, he's
dead.
dead.
Not- exactly.
Yeah. No, I would have given her... No, I think her rating of an 8.5 was pretty valid.
I wouldn't have given her over 8.
Well, she's got an 8.5.
That's
so
fair.
we'll move on
She
from
wasn't. She was just as fine as the
Mate,
Snuts were.
we give Star Sailor, the next band after, a 7.
Yeah, it's fine. They were really good.
They weren't that good.
They were really
if
good.
She was an 8.5. If they were a 7, she was a 10.5.
No, I completely disagree. That's a fair score. They were a 7. She was an 8. That's as simple as
They
that.
played
Star
one,
Sailor were
mate,
really good.
The worst song of the weekend goes to Star Sailor. They played a rendition of One Kiss, and it was absolutely awful.
It wasn't that bad.
It was-
They only
mate, I
played it
listened
because
to
it
it
was the
back.
weekend of the Liverpool one. It wasn't that
Oh, it
bad.
was awful, mate. He didn't even know the words.
Yeah, but neither did lottery winners when they did Chasing Cars. You didn't say anyone
Yeah,
about
he
that.
did. He knew the words.
No,
he
he
sang
didn't.
all of the words.
No, he didn't.
Well,
No, he
he
didn't.
sang it enough that it sounded right, whereas
Yeah.
One Kiss didn't.
I've got to say, Star Sailor were a little surprise package. I wanted to see them, at least one song or two.
I'm just being
They
harsh.
were quite good.
They were fine.
were good.
I'm only being harsh because I think if Sigrid being an 8.5 and then being a 7 is... I would have maybe given him a 6 or a 6.5.
Nah, they
But
were good.
I would have given James like a 2 if I was being honest. So if I was going solely off what I would have rated these, this is like a joint rating for us. We give him a 7.
Yeah.
Fine by me. I'm okay.
Yeah,
with
that's fine. So after that, we managed to squeeze into a 2x2
Well,
corner.
annoyingly,
by a
Inhaler-
big post
Yes.
for Wonder Horse.
it. Inhaler and Wonder Horse clashed, so
yeah,
we were
annoying.
like, yeah.
But yeah,
We
we
didn't watch
watched
Inhaler,
Wonder Horse
annoyingly.
anyway because that was the gig that we had tickets for, and we sold for Neighbourhood because they're a Neighbourhood. So
We give him a 9.5.
yeah, really good.
Very
Not
much
the best
enjoyed
time I saw them.
It
Very
might be
good.
my least favourite time.
Can I
I've
just say
seen
as
them.
well, Wonder Horse, right? If you're a Wonder Horse fan, you're listening to this, you either enjoy it and keep doing what you're doing, or stop being a fucking knobhead. Stop being a knobhead and just like, why are you moshing to unmosh like bits in a song
I
and
think
stuff?
it's
Like,
just sort of like they've gained a hype.
mate,
now.
it's so bad though. Like you're ruining it. What are you ruining it for? You're ruining it. All right, stop it.
I agree.
There
But then it happens like this. Like they've gained like an audience now, and that audience is probably younger than what the like intended audience probably
Yeah.
would be for
You're
that
like
band.
go watch Limp Bizkit, right? You're a B-Tech Limp Bizkit fan if you're moshing and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
That's,
Sure.
that's legit, isn't it?
I guess so. Not
There you
really, but sure.
But yeah,
Yeah,
Wonder
we give it
Horse,
9.5. Yeah,
and then was it just one more after that?
there was just
2 more after
there was
that.
2 more after that.
CMAT.
We weren't gonna see CMAT at all, and I'm
No.
glad we did.
They were right,
They
and
were
they're
very
supporting
good.
Sam Fender in a few weeks.
Yeah, they were very good. I'm a bit jealous you're seeing them again. To be honest, I would.
They were
I
okay.
would watch them again. To be
Very
honest.
entertaining. I'll give them
Yeah,
that. Bit
really
weird,
good.
but very entertaining.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
good. We give them an 8.
Yeah, similar to the lottery winners. That's the best way I could put them.
Yeah,
How I
can
felt.
justify
Do
that.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
yeah,
can justify
okay.
that. And then we finished the night off.
With
We didn't go watch Stereophonics, even though
is
they
it
were
a
technically-
rascal? Is it a rascal? A dizzy rascal?
Yeah,
Yes.
we've seen Stereophonics before, and they're okay. We're not like the
Nah,
biggest
mate.
fans.
I don't care if you've seen them or not. You go watch the Diz. You will go
No,
watch
you
the
don't.
rascal, mate.
No, now that we've seen Dizzy Rascal and Stereophonics and Dizzy Rascal playing at the same time,
So come and dance with me. Come
I
and dance with
wouldn't
me.
change a damn thing, and I'd watch Dizzy Rascal again.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
He was pretty good. To be
He was
fair.
classy,
He was
fair.
fine. It's not really like my thing, and I'm not really like the biggest fan, but
He was good,
like you just
man.
know
He
about
was
5 or
good.
6 of his songs, which is more than I knew of Stereophonics. So that's a win in my book, and we give him a solid 9.5.
Some people think I'm crazy.
Nope, bonkers.
Yeah. But he was very good.
Really
I
good.
really enjoyed him. And that was it after Dizzy. We watched the end of Dakota.
Yeah, the
Think
very
about
end. No
you,
fireworks,
you.
so a bit disappointed.
Yeah, a bit disappointed. We were hoping that was going to be the end video to the actual video that's on YouTube. But
It's
yeah,
not. I didn't even bother putting Stereophonics in.
that's fair.
It finishes
That's
with
fair.
Dizzy Rascal and then us walking away.
Love that. So yeah, after that we walked back to the car and went back to the hotel. Had a good kip. Had a better sleep.
Oh, really good sleep that night.
Really
to be
good,
fair.
actually,
Slept
yeah.
really well.
And our check-in time was, have a guess. I'll pause
Check
right
out,
now.
you mean?
Our check out. Sorry, our check
Well,
out time was. Wait.
If the audience have been listening for the past few weeks, I've brought this up a few times.
You have. That's why I was getting them to,
Yeah.
to guess. It was 10 o'clock. Let's be out of the hotel by
Mate,
10.
I'm doing it again. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Check in 4.
Yeah.
Check out 10. If you're only staying for a night,
check in for check out 10.
but like if you booked a hotel for a night
Ridiculous.
and it's like 150, the price of hotels is going up.
Yep.
The time in them is going down. What's happening here? Ridiculous. Blasphemy.
It is
Blasphemy.
Yeah, and that is a Mitchell Lewin new song called Blasphemy. Come on, blasphemy. Come on, blasphemy.
Right, so then we checked out. We were like, what do we do now? It's the day of the Liverpool parade.
Yeah, we were iffing and ahhing whether to go, and we thought it best to decide over a nice breakfast.
So we went to IKEA.
So we went to IKEA. We've never been there. Went to IKEA. Was it Warrington
IKEA,
Okay.
yeah.
If you haven't been, good IKEA.
It
I
was
recommend.
fine. It
was solid, mate.
I mean, when you're in an IKEA, they're all very the same.
Whoa.
They
whoa,
are.
Whoa.
They are all very similar.
Whoa. Sigrid wasn't there, was she?
No, because she's not from fucking
Exactly.
IKEA.
I bet you could buy something called Sigrid at IKEA.
No, you couldn't.
No. Well, anyway, we had a breakfast, okay?
We did.
We both had, was it a large breakfast or whatever it was?
Regular breakfast.
Regular breakfast, sorry. With a sausage,
breakfast roll.
A sausage bap.
Yeah, which was a sausage bap.
Yeah, and an unlimited refill drink. And mine came to £6.60.
Mine came to $7.35 because I added a black pudding on it.
Yeah. Not, like,
It was
worth
good.
it.
It
Yeah.
was really good.
But it was really
enjoyed
good.
it.
I would go and have an IKEA breakfast again.
Surprised. I didn't really know they did it, but like I
No.
just presumed that they were going to.
Yeah, and the best thing about it is we had that, and then we saw the menus change over to the dinner, like the normal IKEA menu.
We've worked out how they do it.
Yep.
In all IKEAs, there's like two gullies, isn't
Yep.
there? There's two like food areas. Well, what they do is they only have the breakfast in the one.
Yep.
And then it comes to like what 10:30.
Yeah,
And
then
they start
with the other one.
prepping the other one up, and as soon as
for meatballs
like
and stuff.
11 o'clock hits, they shut it off,
Yep.
and then other people have to
That's
start
it,
ordering
mate.
off the other menu.
Yep.
Very clever.
Yep.
Very clever, Mr. IKEA.
Yep.
Very clever.
Yep.
We saw your trick.
It's very good. But yeah, we went to IKEA, and then we didn't go to Liverpool. We went to Cheshire Oaks on the way home.
Yeah. And
So.
nothing really happened. It rained a little bit, and we didn't buy anything.
Yeah, didn't buy anything.
And then we went home. Did we do anything else Monday night?
I
think you dropped me off at my house, and I did a bit of
probably
stuff
about it,
around.
really.
I did some stuff. I cut my grass at my house. There you go.
You did.
That's what I did. I cut my grass at my house.
Yeah, but no, it was fine. What? Oh yeah, no, I went to London after that.
You did?
Went to London between.
Well,
I went to go watch
do
The
you know
Lion
what?
King.
Yeah, I was going to say leave it there, and we'll tell them all about it in the next week's episode.
Well, I don't want to.
What you're going to?
I don't want to.
What, you don't want to talk about it at all?
No, I just say I want to say I went to London and I prefer the north.
Okay,
It wasn't
fair enough.
bad, but I prefer the north. So,
Okay, fair
yeah.
enough.
Tube's cool.
Tube is cool.
I do like the
It
tube.
makes me a bit like anxiety ridden,
Yeah, some of it does.
just because I'm not
yeah.
really a big fan of public transport. That like public
Yeah.
transport makes me like, and getting on planes makes my like anxiety flare.
Yeah, it's all the pre-anxiety,
And it's like the rushing around of not wanting to miss it stuff. Like,
No,
I don't
yeah,
like
I get that. And then I went to Clarkson's Farm as well, but you'll hear about that in the next podcast.
Yes, we're going
Wow.
to stop this right here.
Wait,
and
wait,
we're
wait.
Going to record another episode right
Festival
afterwards.
ick, right? Festival ick is if you vape. If you're vaping 2025, get a grip. Don't do it. It's pointless.
I'm not a big fan of it. Like I don't
Nah,
choose
it's
it.
pointless.
Like it's
Smoke. Smoke instead.
no.
Don't vape smoke.
No,
That's
no,
Talking
no.
Shrimp top tip.
I will say.
Talking Shrimp out.
I will say. How do I say this? If you've smoked before and you're now vaping, I think it's kind of an improvement. Fair play. At least you're not smoking.
Yeah, but at least you know
Lower the
what's
nicotine
in
it contains.
a fag. Like
Well, true. Sorry, what?
a fag.
Whoa.
What?
Blasphemy.
What?
You can't say that.
Why?
A cigarette.
A fag.
Oh
It's
no!
a fag.
You're gonna demonetize the video.
It's you smoke a fag. There you go.
Okay. If for any American audience listening, that is the word for a cigarette in the UK.
Well, yeah, exactly. What's wrong with that?
It means something completely different
in your head.
No, in
Yeah,
American
I see what you're
connotation.
doing right there.
It's an American connotation.
Anyway, on that sad note.
On that note,
That's
what was
us
I saying?
at festival season.
Oh yeah,
complete.
smoking's worse, but vaping's bad, especially when people blow it right in your face, or you're in a crowded people and they're just blowing it, and it smells like fucking shit strawberries.
Yeah, it usually does actually. I'll give you that because
Don't because people wouldn't be smoking. Yeah, oh, yeah. To be fair, I will say the last 5 years of people vaping, my throat after gigs is definitely worse when there's people around you vaping.
Yeah.
So their throat must be like fucking razor blades.
Yeah, exactly. So again, Talking Shrimp top tip: don't vape, smoke.
No, just don't do either.
Yeah, but
Just try
look
not
at
to
it.
do either.
Their throat might be in tatters, but
Right.
smoking gives you cancer.
We don't know that
There
the
you
vaping doesn't. Wait, what are you saying? You should smoke because it would.
Yeah, but you know that it definitely will.
So just don't do it then.
Yeah, just don't do it. But if you're going to do one of them, smoke.
No, don't
Definitely
give
smoke.
that advice. Don't give that as advice.
If you're going to do one of them, smoke.
No, just don't.
It is.
No.
That's what you do.
No.
That's what you do.
At least, like...
Smells
okay,
better.
look, I'm going to play devil's advocate. At least with some of the vapes, you can get zero nicotine.
I agree.
Vapes.
But you still
That's
don't know what the
better.
rest is in it.
You don't know what the rest is in
Exactly.
it.
It's like
Awful.
saying, oh, well, you can get
When
Pepsi Max. It hasn't got any sugar in, but what else has it got in?
When
There you
I
go.
used to vape, there used to be zero nicotine vapes. And
Hey,
they messed...
whoa! Sorry!
I vaped, what, for like 3 months, maybe?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
fucked my voice up. Big time.
Yeah.
So don't do it. Just don't do it. Not worth it.
Weird
Especially
time
if
in
you
your life,
didn't vape
that.
before.
Mitch used to vape, ladies and gents.
And smoke a little bit.
Yeah.
sometimes.
Do you know what? That's it, right? To end the podcast today, that's why Sigrid will never love you. Because you used to vape.
She might vape. We don't
Nah,
know
she
that.
don't vape, mate.
She might do.
She doesn't vape. She doesn't even look at a vape. She wouldn't even look at you. She'd say, oh, he vapes. And he thinks
Well, I
I'm
don't.
from Sweden. His mate thinks I'm from Sweden as well. No, I ain't doing that. Yeah.
She'll never love me.
Yeah. Bit
And
bonkers,
that's
that, isn't it?
And on that blasphemy of an ending,
Oh.
listen to the next one. Joel will discuss London probably, and what was the other thing you were talking
Clarkson's Farm.
about? Clarkson's Farm.
Get in
Diddly
it.
squat. Diddly
Yeah.
squat.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, it's my birthday this weekend.
Oh yeah, it will be, won't it?
That's the
Wait,
last one. Yeah, there you go.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yep.
Yes. No.
Let's ask Mitch how old I will be just before we go.
27.
38. Okay, yes.
27, yeah?
Yes.
You told me the other day you were 26, so. Mate,
There you go.
I've been going around the past few days thinking I was 28 until you told me I was 27 the other day.
Wow. Seriously?
Yeah, man. Really bad. I thought I was 28. I was thinking, fucking hell, I'm
At
going
least
to
you're not far off. You did say you were 30 once, so
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I could be.
Anyway, we'll love you and leave you. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy the festivals. Let us know if you get a wristband and let us know any festival licks. We'll see you next time on the Talking Shrimp podcast.
Comment, subscribe.
See you later.
Goodbye.